Now we are going to work on more questions on this page. We've got question number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. So question 2a, write as a single power of 2. So what it means is that we want to express 16 with the base of 2. So 16 is 2 to the power of 4. So 2a here, 16 times 2 to the x. Because write as a single power of 2. So 16 is 2 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of x. And then we use the first law. When we multiply two numbers with the same base, we add the indices to get the result. So 2 to the power of 4 plus x. Number 2b, 2 to the power of 2x plus 3 to the power of 2. So this is the third law. If you remember, we've got a to the m to the power of n equals a to the power of m times n. So that's the law that we are going to use. So we just multiply the indices. 2 to the power of 2 times 2x plus 3. And we can simplify. 2 times 2x is 4x. So 2 to the power of 4x. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 6. Now number 3a. So here write as a single power of 3. So we want to express 9 with the base 3. So we got 9 times 27 to the power of p minus 3. So that equals 9 is 3 squared times 27 is 3 to the power of 3. So we've got here 3 to the power of 3 to the power of p minus 3. And so we have here 3 squared times law number 3. We go to indices here. 3 to the power of 3 times p minus 3. 3 times p minus 3. And that equals 3 to the power. So we got two numbers with the same base. When we multiply the two, we add the indices. That's the first law. So you got 2 plus 3. We can multiply this one. 3p minus 3 times 3 is 9. So we've got here 3 to the power of 2 minus 9 is minus 7. So we can write it as 3p minus 7. That's for 3a. Then we have 3b. 9 to the power of n plus 2 divided by 3 to the power of 2n plus 4. So we want to express 9 as 3 squared. So 3 squared and then to the power of n plus 2. And then we have 3 to the power of 2n plus 4. 3 to the power of, so we just leave it as it is, or we can factor this. So 3 to the power of 2n plus 4. So we leave it as it is for the time being. And then we use the third index law. When we have two indices like this, a number to the power of something and then to the power of something else, we multiply the two indices. 3 to the power of 2 times n plus 2 divided by 3 to the power of 2n plus 4. You can see here that becomes 3 to the power of 2n plus 4 divided by 3 to the power of 2n plus 4. So we can cross this out. It becomes 1. So that's for 3b. Number 4a, simplify. Express your answer in terms of positive indices. So now for a here, we've got a mix of bases. So 2 can be considered as a base, which is a numerical base. X is a variable, is another base. Y is another base. 9 is another base. But because 2 is a constant and 9 is constant, we can multiply to simplify. And then we have x. So index laws can be used only when we multiply two numbers with the same base. So we can multiply x squared by x cubed, y to the power of 5 times y to the power of minus 2. So we write this here. Y to the power of 5 times 9x cubed y to the power of minus 2 divided by 4x y cubed. So 2 times 9, they are both constants, is 18. And simplify on system of positive indices. So because they are constant, we can just write it as 18. And then x squared times x cubed becomes x to the power of 2 plus 3, 5. And then we have y to the power of 5 times y to the power of minus 2. So we've got 5 minus 2 is 3, y to the power of 3. So I think it's better I use multiplication is like a star, so that it's not confusing. There is x here and star here. Star is multiplication, or you can use a dot. So we've got the numerator 18x to the power of 5 times y to the power of 3 divided by 4x y to the power of 3. So we've got y to the power of 3 on the numerator and y to the power of 3 on the denominator, so we can cancel that out. And then we have 18 over 4. 18 over 4 is 9 over 2. And then we have x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of 1. So second index law, when we divide two numbers with the same base, we subtract the indices. So we got here x to the power of 5 minus 1. So that's for question 4a. Now for question 4b, we have 2x squared y to the 5 times 9x cubed times y to the minus 2 all over 3x to the power of minus 4 times y to the power of 3. So we've got constant here 2 and a constant here 3, so we can separate them. 2 divided by 3 times, now we've got the base here x and another base here the same x, just different indices. So we've got x squared divided by x to the power of minus 4, but we have also multiplication here, x cubed. And by the way, we have another constant 9 here, so we can have here also 9 times, now we can multiply these two together first. X squared times x cubed becomes x to the power of 5, x to the power of 5, and then y to the power of 5 multiplied by y to the power of 2, so it becomes y to the power of 3. And all divided by x to the power of minus 4 y to the power of 3. So we can see straight away this one, the numerator has got y cubed and the denominator has got y cubed. So we can cross that out to simplify, and then 2 over 3 times 9. So we can simplify, that becomes 9 over 3 is 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we got 6 times x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of minus 4. So when we have a minus here, if you want to turn that into a numerator, so minus becomes plus in the index. So if we see there, so number 5, a to the power of minus n equals 1 over a to the power of n. So that's working also for the other way. A to the power of n is equal to 1 over a to the power of minus n. So if we've got minus here, that becomes plus here. If we've got plus here, that becomes minus here. So we have x to the power of 5 divided by x to the power of minus 4. So we can rewrite it as x to the power of 5 times x to the power of 4. So 1 over x to the power of minus 4 equals x to the power of 4. One has got the minus index here, minus 4. The other one becomes positive. And so that becomes 6. We got multiplication of two numbers with the same index. We add the indices. X to the power of 5 plus 4, that's 9. So that's for number 4b. Number 4c, p squared times q to the power of 4 divided by pq squared to the power of minus 3. So we have here division, and then we have to the power of minus 3. So we can simplify this one first. We can work out this one first to make it easier. So we've got p squared divided by p. So we can simplify that one. That becomes p, and then q to the power of 4 divided by q to the power of 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2 to the power of 2, and to the power of minus 3. So we have here, use the third index law. You got multiplication of two bases, and then to the power of minus 3. So we work out one by one as in law number 6. A b to the power of n equals a to the power of n times b to the power of n. So a b to the power of n equals a to the power of n times b to the power of n. A here is p and b here is q squared. So we've got p to the power of minus 3 times q to the power of 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. And we can simplify further because it's as here. Simplify, express your answers in terms of positive indices. So we have here negative indices, minus 3 and minus 6. So we can use the fifth index law. A to the minus n equals 1 over a to the n. So p to the power of minus 3 equals 1 over p to the power of 3. So 1 over p to the power of 3 times q to the power of minus 6, that equals 1 over q to the power of 6. So we can get p to the power of 3, q to the power of 6. So that's for 1c. That's for 4c.